Before we continue, I wanted to show you, this is how I had the camera set up for the driving montage. Yeah, that's not too shady whatsoever. But luckily it worked. Okay, Stomping Grounds episode 2. Let's go to our next location. See you there. Okay, so we've arrived to the next episode of Stomping Grounds. Welcome to the Edison Ford Winter Estates. These are two houses that were owned by Thomas Edison and Henry Ford. Their winter homes down here in Florida. So, we're gonna go get our tickets, and we're gonna go check it out together. Okay? I will see you then. Before we continue, I wanted to show you, this is how I had the camera set up for the driving montage. Yeah, that's not too shady whatsoever. But luckily it worked. So let's continue. Consider this the one place I have to see.
called a Chippendale. It actually has a diamond needle on it, and it actually has volume control. So it's it would have been about $285 in 1919, equivalent to about $4,000 today. So you'll have to look down in the horn.
Wow.
So anyway, that was the latest for 1919. And of course, Edison's records are 80 RPMs, and his equipment's 80 RPM, and his is Bakelite and 1/4 inch thick. RCA Victor and Columbia, his two major competitors, their records and equipment were 78. So in 1929, he did close his business down, and RCA Victor and Columbia became the major factors in the music industry, so the 78s became the norm instead of an 80 RPM. He did that on purpose because he wanted his records played on his equipment, where RCA and Columbia, their records were interchangeable with each other's equipment.
Okay, so now that you've gotten to see the phonograph and the kinetoscope, I think now we're gonna move on to Thomas Edison's lab. Okay, let's go. To our left is the lab. Old school dark room for developing photographs. Okay, we've seen his lab and we've looked at the museum. So I'm thinking the next place we're gonna go is to his house. Okay? So his house is across the street. See you there. absolutely gorgeous despite it being a typical hot Florida day. Ooh, beautiful smell. Might be the flowers. Okay, quick post-production note here. So we just left Thomas Edison's study, and the house that I'm walking onto from the porch is Thomas Edison's house. I didn't say it in the clip, but I just wanted to say now we are at Thomas Edison's house. The bedroom of Thomas Edison and his wife. They slept in separate beds. I should mention that Edison and Ford's houses are waterfront property. That is the Caloosahatchee River right over there. So you know what? We're gonna go around and get another angle on his living room. Now you must know that Florida is extremely hot and it's humid. So I don't know how they survived without the lovely invention of air cooling. Must have been horrid. Because I am not ungrateful, but I'm spoiled by air cooling, air conditioning, whatever you want to call it. Now, unfortunately, just like at Edison's place, we are not allowed to go upstairs. And I'm just doing some last patrolling of the area to look at some of the highlights. Like over there is the garage, you know, Henry Ford's garage, and right behind me, right there, is the Caloosahatchee River. So like I said, these guys had, waterfront property. And I can't imagine what the real estate prices must have been back then. I know they're pretty expensive today to live by the water, let alone back then. Now, there's a little carved dirt path that I'm going to follow. It's right here. And I'm going to see where it leads. It's getting me closer to the river. Ooh, just a hint of jasmine. Okay. Wow, we are right at the water, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at that. It's a typical Florida day. It's clear, it's warm, but it's gorgeous. Ooh. I can sit on this. I am going to sit on this. So yeah, let's go ahead and head back to the car so we can get on our way back home. And I will see you there. Well, that was a fun trip to the Edison Ford Winter Estates. Yeah, so I'm on my way back to my car, and we will be on our way. All right, so now that we've had our fun at the Edison Ford Winter Home on the second episode of Stomping Grounds, it's time for us to make our way back home as usual. So I will see you there. Okay, and with that, we have made it home. So, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed this new installment of Stomping Grounds, where this time we went to the Edison Ford Estate. So, stay tuned for the next episode, where, though I'm not sure where we're going to love the journey there. So, thank you, and I will see you next time.